say, call her like Hawa, Hashem, Hawashai, Hashem, Kakodash. And double honors to our apostles and elders at the Great Millstone. Peace, salutation to you elect, scattered abroad, fighting the good fight of faith, you know. And see, right now we're in a heavy time, you know, a heavy spiritual time amongst the people on this side. You know, a real sifting is happening amongst the house of Israel, man. You know, a massive sifting, you know, shaking up of the branches, you know, a shaking up of the tree. The tree is being shaken, okay, and that tree is bearing fruit, you know, and all the dead leaves are falling off. All the, you know, all the unripe fruit, you know, is being taken out of the way, you know. So those that be not spiritual, you know, those that walk after this world, you know, hey, they're getting cut off. The Lord's cutting off all the undesirables, man, you know. Okay, the whoremongers, the pimps, the extortioners, the respecters of persons, and all that. Cause see, what this situation does, it reveals the hearts of men. You know, it shows, like, you know, the thoughts and intents of the hearts. You know, the truth. The scriptures are all about, you know, the purification. You know, and for the new man, you know, it says in 1 Corinthians 5:7, you know, purge out the old leaven, therefore you be made a new leaven, you know. So it says, John chapter 8. John chapter 8 and verse 45. Because I tell you the truth, you believe me not, of which you convincing me of sin. If I say the truth, why do you not believe me? He that is of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, heareth the Most High's words, and he that therefore heareth them not, ye therefore heareth them not, because ye are not of the Most High. All right, and our people are not hearing the words of the Lord, even though they may even deal with them. But see, the scriptures got to be in you, you know. And when they're in you, the flesh has no power over you like that. It may come and attack you, but you rebuke the devil, he'll flee from you. You know, because hey, yesterday I got some attacks by some spirits, you know, evil thoughts and shit. Like, you know, I was out and about. It just you just be out and about, and the spirits come and attack you, man. You know, it might be a spirit that's on another person, or it might be a spirit that hop on you, and then you got to rebuke that. You know, the scripture pop up in your head. That's when you know that the Lord is speaking to you, working with you, because you immediately start checking yourself, like, oh, nah, that's awful, you know. But see, that's what happens when the flesh has no power over you, you know. But when you lean into the flesh, the flesh will overcome you, man. You know, and you become a freaky frog, man. You become a 69 guy, you know, or you become a Babylonian, man. You know, like these people, like the heathen. It says, drink water out your own cisterns, man. The waters that the Lord gave us to drink, they say never be thirsty again. Why? Because it's a purification, you know, that this world has tainted us, you know, beyond repair. As you see, you know, many broken souls. And right now, hey, there's a lot of shit in Israel. You got to steer clear. The Lord said, what? Be holy, man. Be separate. And see, our people are not being separate. You know, they're being very disobedient, you know. Deviant. That's what they call it. See, them type of dudes are sexual deviants. That's a deviant. They're going straight from what the Lord appointed, man. You know, because the spirit is crooked. The scripture says, who can make a crooked thing straight, right? Hey, well, the Lord's making Lord's putting his refinal touches, you know, and shifting the house, man, shifting the house before his great return, man. That's what's happening, you know, as we speak. You know, as I live, as you're seeing some of the craziest things you've ever seen amongst your people, man. Amongst the circumcision. That's why the scriptures speak about the circumcision. embarrassments, man, laughing stocks, you know. It says Philippians chapter 3 and verse 2, it says, beware of dogs, beware of evil workers, beware of the concision. For we are the circumcision which worship the Most High God by Shemashai in the spirit, and rejoice in Hamashiach Yahushua, and have no confidence in the flesh. You know, so a man that's given up to reprobate spirits, like the elder brother Abaya Allah did the lesson earlier. He said he was given to a reprobate mind, a reprobate spirit. You know, which I caught a bit of it, you know, and that he called me earlier, you know, but the spirit, you know, kind of had me like, you know, respond in this lesson right here, because hey, see, the spirit is moving, and see, we're all right now. You feel a heavy spirit, you know, amongst Israel, a heavy spirit of judgment, you know, a heavy spirit of recompense, the Lord's recompensing the wicked, man, amongst our people, you know. So hey, this is why this is a time, the time like no other we're entering into. Jacob's trouble, man, you know, because the scripture tells you in Isaiah 33 and 14, man, the sinners in Zion are afraid. Now the sinners in Zion are being put forth, you know, they're being shown forth. The light is shining bright, you know. All the double-minded, the hypocrites, man, the lukewarm, you know. Hey, because we're at the end, man. The Lord's doing that ultimate sifting before cropping off the undesirable fruits, you know. And there's gonna be more of those type of scenarios and shit like that, scandals and things of that nature, man. So Titus 1 and verse 15, it says, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience defiled. For they profess that they know the Most High, but in works that deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobates. All right? That's why I said the 10th verse, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially the day of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped. And see, I saw the Lord stopping many mouths, man. I said Job 34 and 22, man. The Lord shall break in pieces many mighty men without number, you know. So mouths are being stopped, you know. Teaching which things say are not to for filthy lucre's sake. One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the Christians are always liars, evil beasts, and slow bellies. For this witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. That's right. So, hey, that's why brothers are rebuking, you know, sharply, because at the end of the day, hey, you know, Jake wants to, you know, sweep things under the rug and all these different things, but hey, but this is supposed to be judgment amongst our people, man. That's why there's no judgment. That's why everything just happens and nobody says nothing. You know, there's all kind of shit that happened in the past. Nobody atones for it. You know, so now you now you got cameras and all that stuff, you know. You see, and copies and files and, you know, evidence, you know, of the documented crimes of Jake. You know, so hey, the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So eventually, any dirt that Jake may do, it comes out. You know, and that's the Lord, really, at the end of the day, man. You know, nothing is hid that should not be revealed. Okay. It says Colossians chapter 2 and 13. And you being dead in your sins, the uncircumcision of your flesh hath he quickened together with him, and forgiven you for all your trespasses, blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took us out the way, nailing it to the cross. But see, hey, when we come to the truth, you know, we're supposed to have nailed our, that old way to the cross, man. Not continue in it, even though it does tempt you, but you gotta overcome it. You can't give in to all that shit, man. Them little dark thoughts you can get, you get some dark thoughts and shit, or because you're in the flesh, man. That's why it says he that have rule over his spirit is better than he that took a city, because you can take a city, but if you ain't got no rule over the spirit, you can't even judge the city or judge the people. You can't do nothing like Esau, man. Esau done took the earth, and being as though he has no rule over the spirit, he done spoiled his inheritance, or his thievery, or he robbed, if you will, But this is really why the Lord lets us go through these things, in the flesh, and make examples of certain men, because He put the spirit on people to do what they do, whether it be good or bad. Scripture say that the deceiver and the deceived are His, So the Lord, His power is wrought in the wicked and the righteous. That's why He said all souls belong to me, Ezekiel 18:4. And now some of the souls are the elect, and some are just for wood, hay, and stubble. Scripture say wood, hay, and stubble, Great house, there are vessels. There are vessels, and they got lower quality vessels, low hanging fruit. Those are the ones walk after the flesh. Not fit for the master, like an Edomite. That's why it says 2 Corinthians, the 6th chapter. It said the Lord got to receive you back. And He give you His knowledge based upon your work and your sincerity, and ultimately that reflects in the outward man, So it says, 2 Corinthians 6:17, wherefore come out from amongst them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I'll receive you, and I'll be as a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, said the Lord. Yeah, so the Lord said He chastised those who He loves, Hebrews 12, and deal with you as after sons, after the manner of sons, So if you transgress, the Lord will deal with you, And ultimately, if He don't show you the sure mercy of David, you'll be put down into the kingdom, So that's up to the Most High. But ultimately, you got freaky frogs playing with the Lord, You got freaky individuals, like I said, deviants, man. You got deviants, man, amongst our people. All right, mischief, like Helena said. That's the greatest movie that Johnny Depp ever did. The Sweeney Todd, man. After Pirates of the Caribbean. But Jenny has the chickens have come home to roost. Hey, but see, this is really, at the end of the day, it's sad, man. Our people have been playing too many games, with the Most High. That's why He said He'll cast you down, Sirach 1:30. He'll destroy you, because the glory belongs to the Lord. So ultimately, that's what the flesh promotes. Your own way, your vanity, and then it shows forth through your countenance, and then through your teachings, ultimately till you be cast down through the condemnation of the devil. See, that was him being in the condemnation of the devil. The man in question, if you will. All right. So he's a novice lifted up with pride. 1 Timothy 3:6. Not a novice. See, you have to be a professional in this thing. But dealing with the Lord's word, ultimately, that's a high rank, especially putting yourself a chief priest. You have to live up to that name. Like I always been saying, I always said that, hey, you got to live up to your name. When you put your name to something, it's like Now it's a responsibility, you know. Which that's been a problem with with the men of our on the side. Our people have not taken responsibility or accountability for anything. That's why the Lord brought you under the bondage, the hard bondage where it was made to serve. Isaiah 14:3, because we lack accountability as a people. We don't take responsibility, so this devil and these heathen old people, man, you know, telling you what to do. But see, the Lord will make you like worse than the heathen and give you up to a reprobate mind, like the elder brother was saying in his video. You know, he'll give you up to them foul spirits. You know, so not a novice. 1 Timothy 3:6, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil. You know, so the clutches of the devil, man, the spiritual demon Satan. That's why it says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Hebrews 10. And 38 says, now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure on them, but we are not of them. Oh no, this is not correct. But I'll read it anyways. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to save us. So it's a fearful thing. Oh, it's the 31st verse. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right. So hey, you in the clutches of the devil. All right. On the left hand side, so either you can be possessed by the right hand or the left. You know, there's no in between. The gray area, like the purgatory, like the Greek mythology, they show you. Now the Lord got two extremes. That's why he said water and fire, you know. And he had balance, you know, and he moves over both. And he gives something to the, that's why he said in Matthew 25 to the, we have the goats and the sheep. You know, we're going to sever the righteous from amongst the wicked, because right now it's a divide being put there, you know, amongst the Lord getting his elect and getting them right, purifying. That's why he said, with great labor I made it perfect. The grape of the cluster, I made it perfect with great labor. That means, because he said he would thoroughly purge his floor, you know. That's why it tells you, ye that bear the vessels of the Lord. I'll read that. It said, be ye clean, ye that bear the vessels of the Lord. You know, which is a constant fight. It's not easy to do, but that's why it says a man's not crowned unless he strive lawfully. 1 Corinthians the 9th chapter. You know, so yeah, ye that bear the vessels. That's why it says Psalms 51 and 10, you know, renew in me a clean spirit, a right spirit, and take not the Holy Spirit away from me, because, you know, them spirits test you. Peter, he said the Lord told him that the devil, the spirits, even saying, have desired to sift you, but I pray for thee, that thy faith fail not. So, you know, the higher the levels you go into the truth, the more spiritual attacks you get, you know, from the world, and all these kind of things, but also the Lord gives you more strength, and you put on the whole armor pursuant to Ephesians the 6th chapter. It says in the 20th verse that we're ambassadors in bonds. So a bond being a slave. You know, you're gonna be attacked with all kind of spirits. The flesh is gonna be, you know, under duress. You're gonna be broke, or whatever the case may be. You know, and that's all gonna pile on to the curses. But those things are not going to overcome, though they're walking in the spirit. You know? chapter 2 and verse 19. And it says, nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High stands sure, having the seal the Lord knoweth them that are his, but let everyone that nameth the name of Yahushua depart from iniquity. Yeah, and once you name that name, you gotta do the damnedest to depart from iniquity. You know, you play both sides, play the fence, and you'll get dealt with, you know. But in the great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but of wood and of earth, some to honor and some to dishonor. And if a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor. And see, right now, hey, you use the vessel unto shame, right? You know, which, hey, the Lord, like I said, uses the vessels, you know, according to his use. Some good, some bad, you know. But if he purge himself from these things, he shall be a vessel unto honor and sanctified, meet and for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. Flee also youthful lust, but follow after righteousness, faith, charity, and peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. See, those are youthful lusts, you know. Those are things that you deal with, you know, when you in the world, being, you know, inexperienced. And that's where it comes, all these diseases and shit from all this wickedness that Jake be doing, you know, with these foul spirits that's out here, you know, that are set up to destroy you. And that's what they do. They destroy you. That's why it says, mortify your members that's upon the earth. You know, well, you don't do that, that shit destroys you. You know, you father a bunch of children and you pay a bunch of money for nothing. You get a noose around your neck. You catch all kind of diseases. You know, you catch all kind of diseases, man, out there. You know, fucking around, being a mole. You know. Now they're gonna say that the Jake men are moles because of dudes, you know, because of dudes like that. That's why the scripture tells you to give no offense, that the ministry be not blamed. You know? They got now. I seen all kind of videos of dudes talking about the situation, talking about the Israelite community and this and that. There is no Israelite community. It's only the prophets. And it's only the believers. That's it. You know, everybody else is a gossiper and a demon and a shit talker and a mouth breather. That just is around for entertainment. They don't give a damn about the prophecies. They don't want to get up out of here, man. Right? Because you see in the controversial videos that this dude Zariak and these people are doing, there was not one scripture. There was nothing being said that was spiritual. It was all gossipy bitch shit, you know, talking about, well, you know, all them dudes are freaky, man, you know, but they're acting like, oh, well, shit, I don't know, man. Like, you know, some are freakier than others, man, but at the end of the day, look, man, if they was in the spirit, they'd be doing this work. They wouldn't be dealing with all this nonsense, you know. They're not doing the work like that, all right? The Lord said you shall know them by their fruits, you know, by their works. And ultimately, see, doing his work keep you out of bullshit, man. You know. That's why it says, "He that warreth have no affairs with his life." The Lord is not gonna let you be entangled with this world, and you become like August Alsina. That's some shit that August Alsina and them would do, man. Entanglements and wickedness, you know. Butt play, all kind of shit, man. You know, that's the alleged charges brought forth. You know, so hey, this guilt being basically shown by this dude crying. You know, which ultimately, you know, it's all for entertainment, anyways, man. You know, that's what it looks like. But that's what it seems like, you know. So in the great house, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 20, but in the great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but of wood and earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. So a man must what? Therefore purge himself with these things. Thoroughly purge yourself with these things. You know, yeah, you know, you're gonna deal with women, you know. We're not moles, you know. But even then you gotta deal with wisdom. Because a bitch ain't shit, most of them, they ain't right. You know. Most of them are just like, you know, They're just drainers, man. Succubus, you know. I seen a bitch. She had all her stuff on the Snapchat on the thing. She was succubus, man. You know. They're out there with it, man. They just tend to be right straightforward. You know. They got demon emojis on everything. You know. That's why I get off there, man. You know. But there's nothing but evil, man. You know. There's nothing but evil being on these sites, man. You know. And that's where they begin these weird ideas, man. Watching all these bullshit, man. Jake be watching, man. We getting all these freaky ideas. You know. That's why you gotta bridle that shit, man. You know, you gotta bring that. You gotta quench all that shit, man. You know, at a certain point, you know. All right, you gotta become a stoic in this thing, you know. Yeah. It's like I got this new phone, so it's like it's like different. I gotta lift this stuff up the wrong way, man. Okay, they don't let me download no app. I gotta reset the password and all this bullshit. Yeah, Colossians 3:5. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. All right, which things sake the wrath of the Most High come upon the children of disobedience, in which you also walk sometimes when you lived in them. All right, so hey, the Lord's wrath is upon the Sakari. The Lord's breaking apart the Sakari, man. Ain't no more Sakari, man. Sakari is done for. It's not gonna be the same. Nobody's gonna. If anybody stays up in there, them dudes is weird, man. You know, you'll be looked at as a weirdo, man. You know, which at the end of the day, hey, we're not here to be looked at as anything, but you know, the scriptures tell you to have regard to thy name. At the end of the day, hey, you know, you're gonna have a tarnished reputation, you know, following after, you know what I'm saying, the human centipedes. Yeah. Hey, it's a dark time. Hey, we're living in dark times, bro. You know, amongst these jakes, man. You know, disobedient children, man. Troublemakers, you know. These are troublemakers, man. Gangstar troublemakers. I tell you, that gangstar shit is from the prison world, man. The prison world is a bunch of moles, man. That little gangster demon shit. That's for the unbeknownst to them. That's backwards, you know. That's most of them heavy gangsters are moles. They've been playing with men. They did all kind of shit, man. You know. All right, the truth. They see the. Let me say this too about the manosphere thing. You know, they think they're like the hot gangsters of the world. You know, on the outside. You know, hey, the manosphere. The brother Kadar, I think from New York. He ended up putting a video up. I think it was about Myron, and this dude Myron, man, he been a damn charlatan. All these guys are charlatans. When you look at it, really. They're just selling this shit. Most of that shit don't even work, majority. But they are pushing the good vibes. The masculine thing is good, you know, but getting in shape and all that shit. But other than that, man, they just bullshitting people, man. And he had the nerve to speak against Jake, just like Anton Daniels. And see, I regret ever giving these dudes any credit, man, for anything, because they're not the real. Manosphere dudes, man. And the prophets of the Lord are the manosphere, the real men. See, because if you're walking after the flesh, that's like a woman. They're not. See, all these dudes are walking after the flesh. They're worried about a woman. They're not worried about Sophia. We love women, but we're not. They should be worried about us. Ultimately, they don't understand the true scale and breadth of this thing about manhood. The Lord said He made the Israelite man His image, man, and bestowed him with His spirit. But said, what happened? You've been seduced by these heathen. Even Myra, he's a heathen, man. They're not coming with the words of the Lord, man. Okay, they're not coming with the counsel of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, man. All right, Isaiah 8:20. They're speaking out according to this word because there's no light in them. They end up falling. All them guys end up falling, man. You know, if this counsel and word be a man will come to naught. See, all this shit's coming to naught. All these podcasters and all these different people, you know. All these different, salesmen, charlatans, they're all coming to an end, man. You know, the Lord's putting them down, and He's raising up the true, quote unquote, manosphere. You know, because the word manosphere means sphere of men. You know, a circle of men. You know, the world itself, it says what? It's a man's world. You know, like that song, that James Brown song. It's a man's world. The Lord created this for men. Men always conquer and take things. You know, and the Lord said, "What the saints of the Most High will take the kingdom through what? Through the Spirit of the Lord, not through the flesh." Right? Because at the end of the day, this is what happens when you trust in that thing, man, in these bodies. You know, you let that lust, that burning sensation like a vampire overtake you. You know, hey, blood touching blood breaks out. Now your blood is on the line. You know? All right, now you're on the chopping block, so to say, you know. So it says, Colossians 3:5, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, and inordinate affection. See, that's inordinate affection right there, man. But them guys are being accused of. And I seen the video from the dude from Jagged Edge. You know the dude from Jagged Edge? I guess he was part of their camp. The dude from Jagged Edge, man. And Brian, what's his name? Brian, I think it's Brian Casey, something like that, you know. And he's up there defending them and all this. Hey, one thing called for mercy that he was saying, but look, you can't defend this shit, man. You know? They're basically saying, oh, well, you still gotta be cool with his brother. No, you can't. You don't. Even if that was your friend, you can cut that nigga off, man. A dude that do that type of shit, man, that's a demon. You know, that's an evil, foul spirit, man. The Lord told you stone that motherfucker. In the ancient world, in the real world, we're not in the real world. But in the real world, hey, you would have this society right here. There's no judgment. You know, there's no judgment here, man. So shit like this is this is nothing. Just a public ridicule. That's nothing, man. You know, you'd have lost your life for some shit like this, man. Adultery, wickedness, sodomy. That's a law against the Lord. You know, you're going against the law of the Lord, as you say. Said Nahum chapter 3 verse 5, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and and make thee vile and set thee as a gazing stock. All right, hey, well, it's talking about America, right? It's talking about these people, but hey, many of you Israelites having departed out of it, you're still a Babylonian, man. You know, hey, you still got it. You know, so you're gonna get what this, you're gonna become like this. You're gonna be vile and be a gazing stock. The Lord is gonna look at you, and He gonna appoint your portion with the unbelievers. You know, all right. The Lord gonna appoint your portion. That's what's happening amongst our people. You know, all right. Hey, this to show you the Lord is real, man. You know. Okay, Matthew 24. And verse 50, it says, and the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, in an hour that he's not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint his portion with the hypocrites. And there shall be weeping, gnashing of teeth, weeping, crying. All right? What you saw there? Crying, man. You saw crying and gnashing of teeth, weeping. That's what you saw. You saw lamentation. You didn't see no joy. See, you don't see no joy in them when they be teaching and speaking the words. Lord, you see a dark countenance. You don't see no haste in the day. You see 1,000 years old. We're gonna say 1,000. See, the Lord judged right after that, man. Brought judgment right after that. You know, because it said Galatians 6 and 7. The Lord's not mocked. All right, whatever man soweth, that shall he also reap. You know. So at the end of the day, it's not about clout and get a bunch of demon women. You know. Which they're going to be pure when you got the power. You don't have the power right now, you know. The Lord's going to give us the power, man. That's why I think. And you're not going to have the foul spirits on you. Because see, when you got women on this side, you know, the foul spirits hop on you too. You know, you got too many of them. That's why the Lord don't let you really have them like that on this side, you know. And it's perfection, because you don't even have it in its perfection, you know. All right? She's supposed to be a virgin. You at your discretion, you know, and the Father's supposed to give it to you, and you're supposed to have all of it. You're supposed to be able to set her apart when she's on her cycle and all that, you know. You don't have it in its perfection here, man. You over there borrowing someone's woman, you know. Everybody's doing musical chairs, you know, musical rides. Jumping around, doing all this. That's what they're doing in society, man. Dating, quote unquote. You know, sleeping around, man. And then by the time, that's why it says Amos 7:17, man. Like the Lord told Amos, go and take a woman, a wife, or a whoredom. You know, in this society, hey, that's what's gonna happen. But hey, them vile spirits have overtaken certain dudes, man. You know, have destroyed them. To the point where, hey, now they're cast down, man. Now they're destroyed, totally embarrassed. Because you're not going to embarrass the Lord. Like I said in the last lesson, man. Hey, you become an embarrassment to the Most High. I planted thee a noble plant, and you became a degenerate vine of a strange vine unto me. Degenerate plant of a strange vine. You know, Jeremiah 2. All right, Lord said He requires... you know, the best amongst His people, man. You know? So therefore, he's purging His people, man. It says, Jeremiah 2:20, for of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bonds. And thou said, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. Yet I planted thee a noble vine of golden right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? For thou was washed, for though thou wash thee with much nitrate and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me. All right. How canst thou say I am not polluted, and I have not gone after Balaam, the devil? You know what I'm saying? These demons, other gods. You know, the flesh. That's what happens when you're not truly in the Lord. All right. The flesh overtakes you. You act upon these weird, wicked thoughts and shit like that. You know. It says, thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways, a wild ass used to wilderness, that snuff up the wind at her pleasure, and occasion who can turn her away. And all that seek her will not weary themselves, and her month they shall find her. Withhold thy foot from being outside and thy throat from thirst, like a hope. But, you know, the Lord said, you're thirsty. And thou sayest, there's no hope, for I have loved strangers, and after them I will go. As a thief is ashamed when he's found, so is the house of Israel ashamed. They and their kings, their princes, and their priests, and their prophets. All right? They're chief priests, you know? Ashamed. See? All right? That's why it says, your children faint in the corner of the streets, man. Like a wild bull in the net, man. And the Lord, that's why the Lord has to return ultimately in quick succession, not 1,000 years, man. You know, not 800 years. No, within our lifetimes, man. Within, you know, dare I say, matter of years, man. A short number of years. Lord willing, few months. Yeah, Lord willing. We don't know the exact moment, you know, day or hour. As the scriptures say, the Lord don't even know. Hey, but the scriptures say, hasten the day, man. You know, not put off not the Lord from day to day. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7, man. Putting out off the Lord from day to day, you know. Okay, and our people are putting off the Lord. So you do that, the Lord will deal with you. Play with the Lord, and He'll deal with you. As His mercy is great, so is His correction, His discipline. Lord, He'll nourish you with His discipline, the hard way or the soft. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way, you know. Like the Boondocks, you know. That's how, you know, the Lord is that way, you know. And that dude, that's funny, because the dude was a mope, you know, that said that. So, hey, the Lord's turning around doing that to these demons. He's judging. That's why He brings up spirits like Jeffrey Dahmer and start drilling a whole. See, that's the spirit that the Lord's going to raise up on the earth. Judgment ain't going to start judging these transformers out there, man. You know, there's too many, you know what I'm saying, it's exceedingly polluting the earth, man. That's why the Lord's going to raise up an equalizer. You know? The equalizer, he was a death angel, man. You know? He was an equalizer, man. You know? To bring what? Balance. Bringing balance. Okay. 2 15 and verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they have profanely committed. Okay, profanely committed outside the laws, outside the statutes and commandments. You know? They get mad at you for dealing with some woman, you know, that's younger or whatever. But you do this type of shit, you see what I'm saying? You know? Or for dealing with that's lawful, you know. You're paying for it anyways, man. You know, according to the according to the Lord, you know, the law on grape, you know, which at the end of the day that takes stomach to teach. You know, that you can, hey, in the scripture tell you that, hey, what happens when a woman is taken by force? That's not nothing strange in the scriptures, man. You see what I'm saying? There's laws on these things, and many of you get offended at that because that's the law of the ancient world. You know, the Lord put these things up in there, hey, and you get offended at that, but you do all kind of filth. That's not. The scripture tell you hate abomination vehemently. You're supposed to hate that. You know, not when the scriptures are taught. Then you have issues. Oh, they're blaming the ministry, and they're doing this, right? Hey, well, this is the whole compass of the truth, man. You know, and we learned it from the other apostles. You know, and here it is now. You know, that's not good enough to go remix the scriptures, because the bitterness of this thing, that's part of the bitterness. All right, that's dealing with the bitterness. So this truth is not all sweet, and Jake wants to have it sweet. And when you have it sweet, you do sweet things, man. You know what I'm saying? You end up doing sweet shit like this. That's sweet shit, man. That's that gangster prison shit, man. which that's why most of the guys been there. Well, not most. I ain't gonna say that, but I'll say a good number probably go back to that lifestyle, that whole. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, hey, well, Jake comes out of there, you know, but hey, the spiritual, a real man gonna overcome that shit. That shit ain't gonna always be you. You gonna develop your own personality, your own. Hey, you gonna be a spiritual man. You know? A prudent man look well to his going. That's not looking well to your going. You still carrying out, because that spirit carries vibrations. You know, all spirits carry vibrations. How you dress, how you talk, that carries a vibration with it, man. What kind of clothes you put on and shit, and how you wear that shit. It's all dealing with your vibration, man. That's why it says you're gonna tell a man by his countenance. Direct the 19th chapter. You know? His look, the countenance goes into all the apparel, the attire, the facial features, you know, the eyes, you know, the like if a dude's always dirty, of course, like, hey, well, here it is. That's gonna tell you something. That's gonna put demons on you, you know. Eventually, hey, you end up getting fired. Hey, this dude got fired at work for being dirty. He was just dirty, and they fired him. It was like, hey, you can't have this dude around. And plus, and that translated to the rest of his life. Hey, he was a good dude. He looked like he was nice and shit like that, or kind or whatever. But the point is that trickled on down. You can see like that dude ain't gonna last too long. It's not wired right, you know. You don't want nobody like that around. And the Lord is removing all the unclean, spiritually and physically, from amongst our people. The Lord is firing them, you know, like Donna used to say, you know. All right. And see, he didn't turn this presidency into the reality show, man. You know. He didn't turn it into The Apprentice. J.D. Vance is now The Apprentice. J.D. Vance came in on the scene just like Dude did, you know. Just like Dude did do it on the show, man. You know? And see, hey, well, the Lord, he give you a little bit of comedy before the downfall of this place. Now, you would have never thought that you would have seen this much embarrassment from these people, man. You know, this is supposed to be the standard of the earth, the bearers. You know, Isaiah 23:8, the noblemen, the traffickers of the earth. They didn't traffic everything. These people on the side traffic commerce and business. This is the whore, the city of traffic. You know, and how fitting that at the end there's a trafficker, a so-called businessman, not the politician. Because at the end of the day, look, the Rothschild, Rockefeller, they're businessmen themselves. So let's just put a businessman up there. They just put it. Let's just cast this place down at the end, and you know, we'll have a good laugh, and then we'll just bring in the NWO. You know, bring in the C-Hip, and we'll, you know. It would have been too much shame for them to bring one of these women on the sign. It was trying to have you think this woman Kamala was going to get up in there. But ultimately, another distraction, the blue and the red, you know, which ultimately this whole democracy thing, which they sold to the nations, which they, in the other countries they vote, you know. But here, that's not how it works. You know? Here they just go straight into it. And they decide, okay, well, we're going to put the comedian up in there, the businessman comedian, the personality, you know, and he going to help to bring this place down. He going to be the match that lights the fire, you know, that proverbially takes this place down, you know. They say, you playing with World War III. You're playing with World War III, man, you know. So what does that mean? Wars and rumors of wars, man. You know? Okay. That's a rumor of war, man. You know, like a declaration of war. See, there's no more peacekeeping initiatives. Isaiah 57:21, man. It said, "There's no peace, said my power to the wicked." The Lord's not. We're not in a time of peace, man. Most High is not dealing with peace. Okay, we're at a time of deadly judgment, man. The Lord is bringing forth a time like no other, Jacob's trouble. We're not at a time of love and shit, man. Love is gonna come in the kingdom when you're dealing with your woman, and the nations are under your feet. That's love. What time of love can you have? Unstable times, man. This is an unstable time. You know, Well, you're gonna raise up your family, and the scripture tell you, woe to them that are with child. In 70 AD, the Lord ain't come telling them about a marriage counseling license and shit, like your boy Kingdom Paths. You know, I don't know. You know, guys like them, they'll go up there, oh, man, you gotta defend the Sakari. You gotta defend your brother. You gotta love your brother, man. Well, you kicked him in his ass. You love him. The Lord kicked King David in his ass, man. Okay? The Lord's not a respecter of person. He said he'll stand in awe of no man's person. The Lord will kick you in your ass, man. All right? They say he's an austere man. Okay? He put his own son. It said it pleased his own son it pleased him to bruise his only son, man. So he'll bruise you. You know? There's no respect of persons with the Most High, man. There's no titles. There's nothing you could give. There's no ransom. Scripture say, how can a man redeem his brother? You know, let alone himself, man. You can't do a damn thing. You know? No man can by any means redeem his neighbor, his brother, or give a ransom for him, man. The ransom is the blood of the wicked, man. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous. You know? See, the Lord said He gonna give up this world for you, the altar. This society, America, is gonna be the altar. And them motherfuckers that get roasted on there, that's the sacrifice. The people are the sacrifice. Ezekiel 21:32. It says what? The people shall be for fuel or the fire, man. You know? So the wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. Okay, yeah. Proverbs 21 and 18. It says, the wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. There you go. So the wicked is going to be a ransom for the righteous, man. They'll be given up as a sacrifice. All right. The Lord was ransom for the wicked and the just, right? Hey, now you're going to have to be ransom for yourself. You're going to have to pay for your own sin. Your own blood will be a fine. See, that's the problem with Jake. They think somebody gonna come and save them like a kid, man. Mama or their daddy gonna come and kiss them on their ass. You know, and they don't take no accountability for it. Sometimes you gotta let them rot. You know, sometimes you gotta just let them sit and stew in that shit, man. Kick them in their ass and let them sit there, man. And sometimes you gotta give them a hug. Comfort ye, comfort me. They say Isaiah 40. Comfort ye, speak comfortably unto her. Sometimes you gotta speak comfortably to her. You know. Sometimes you gotta break your foot off in it. You know, the Lord is breaking his foot off in Jake, man. And this is just light work, you know. This is just a few. The scripture said we have seen a few of his works, man. All right. There's yet much things to be seen, man, for the Lord's power. How he's casting down mighty figures, you know, little fires everywhere, you know. The Lord's throwing down, he's going to throw down this society, man, you know. So and he's gonna go up in the flame of fire. You know, so hey, it says Sirach 43 and verse 32. It says, there be yet hid greater things than these be. For we have seen but a few of his works. For the Lord hath made all things, and to the godly have he given wisdom. Yet those that walk after the spirit of the Lord, man. The godly he given wisdom. He didn't give wisdom to Elam. He didn't give wisdom to Moab. He didn't give wisdom to Esau. He didn't give wisdom to them. He didn't give wisdom to you, you Jakes that are heathens, man. You know? And you're still heathens, even though you profess the name of the Lord and or talk about talk about Jesus or whatever it is that you say, you know. He didn't give you wisdom, because wisdom will guide you in the way that you should go. You know, it'll put you on a level, you know, understanding. And see, those are things that are blocked off to you when you're consumed by these demons, man. You know, you're given over to these things, man. You know, then you become a reprobate, good for nothing. Reprobate silver shall men call them. See, those guys are reprobates. If you still dealing with the Sakari and all that, you're a reprobate, man. You know, you're a reprobate. And you may be sweet yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You may be sweet yourself. You're probably sweet, man. A lot of you dudes are sweet, man. You know? That's why you need weapons and shit like that. You need guns and shit. Like the gangsters. A lot of them gangsters are sweet. You know? That's like I said, reprobate silver, man. So, Jeremiah 6:30, reprobate silver shall men call them, because the Lord have rejected them. You know? The Lord has rejected them reprobates, man. You know? Those are lewd fellows of the baser sort, man. Okay, Acts the 17th chapter, those are lewd fellows right there. A lewd person, that's a yeah, that's a dirty dude, man. You know? Isaiah, it's like Acts 17 and 5. But the Jews which believe not, move with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company. You see, you gather a bunch of men. You gather, you know. It says, and gather a company and set all the city on the uproar, and assaulted the house adjacent, and brought them out to the people. Man, look at this. They tarnish our legacy, man. Brothers over there, you know. And they still call you a brother, then they call you a nigga, you know. You nigga, you a piece of shit. You see, this is what happened to these chief dudes, man. So like I said, the dude Chief Gabar, you know, he ended up calling me a piece of shit too. And he calling me a piece of shit, then you get dealt with like the chief and the Chief Gabar and the chief, all these different guys, man. Like I said, hey, that's how it happens, bro. You know. Okay, you seen the video, my brother Nair put up there, man. You know, the apostle has put in the clip. You know, the brother from South Carolina, the elder brother, Dr. Zakwan, he put it up there. You know, they all put it up there. You know, a lot of brothers were using this clip, man. The bro got famous. You know, you know, that's good, man. But nah, man, hey, that's it, man. You can't go around saying, you know, you can't go around doing that, man. That's not spiritual. That's after the old way. That's what the gangster do, man. They take over. They want to take over your spot. That's why it says the lewd fellows of the baser sort move with jealousy, move with envy. You know, assaulted the house adjacent, the house of people. We've been healed by the apostle elders and brothers, you know. The spirit of the Lord, you know. You know, of course, there's gonna be mishaps and shit like that happen, but you gotta still, you know, be respectful. Scripture say, turn the other cheek. And sometimes you may not. Sometimes you gotta suffer wrongfully, whatever. You know, you gotta make peace with your brothers. You know, you gotta know. It is what it is. Brothers may not always get along, you know, but hey, you still gotta keep it spiritual. You're gonna bump heads. The gods are gonna bump heads. You know, they're like Paul Barnabas, man. They bump heads, man. You know? So strong with the contention. Matter of fact, let's pull that up. And the contention will be so strong that you got to depart. You got to go the separate ways, man. But you also got to be spiritual, man. You know, Scripture say, "Curse not You're not supposed to curse your brother. You know, so definitely not the ruler of your people. You know, which hey, that's David. He didn't even curse out Saul. He was a demon. You know, Saul's a demon, but he didn't like I wish he died or something. You know, shit like that. He didn't say shit like that. He didn't even take retaliation. You know, on the man. He ended up falling by his own sword. You know? But anyways, the Lord is bringing vengeance upon the wicked. You know, so that's the thing, man. Hey, the Lord will reward you according to what your work shall be, man. You know, He's gonna reward you according to what your work shall be, man. You know, say. So that's why you gotta be focused on what's important, man. Keep your nose about that bullshit, man. You know. Okay, about it, that bullshit, you know, that Jake is into, man. You know? That's why, hey, that's a beautiful thing. Hey. That's why it says be separate, man. All right, Jeremiah the 9th chapter, always bring that up, man. You know, my people is an assembly of treacherous men. You know, see, look at them turning on each other, man. You know, turning on each other like tail quirks, man. One telling on another, you know. This one saying this and that. Oh yeah, he beat his wife and shit. He did this and he did that. Like, yeah. This is messy nigga bullshit, man. You know? Messy bullshit. That what the fuck you gotta deal with that shit for? You know? That's why women always fight and bitching around and moaning. Smashing each other. For drama, they just want to be in some. I just want to see what is all the fuss about, you know? Just want to break up your marriage and shit, you know? Just want to, you know? I just want to have. This is because they're fucking bored, you know? Jake need to be. You have something to do with yourselves, man. All right. That's why it says, idle mind is the devil's playground, man. Set thy servant not to be idle, man. Just sitting there doing shit. You end up start touching on yourself, start touching on your kids. You know, you start doing all kind of foul shit, man. Start having foul ideas. You know, you gotta set your servant to labor, man. That's why a lot of you dudes, you fall into this temptation and snare of the devil, man. Because you ain't doing shit, man. You just a fucking idle tattler, man. A busybody. Scripture speak about a busybody. Then you defile your own body. then you become a reprobate yourself. You see, when you're not giving your mind to the law of the Most High, to the ordinances of the Lord. Sirach 39:1. You know, you up there dishonoring yourself, man. You know, because you're walking after the flesh. So it says Sirach 33 and verse 25. If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. The Lord said he didn't give your liberty as a cloak of maliciousness. He said use it not as a cloak of maliciousness. You have liberty in the Lord, yes, but he said use it not as a cloak of maliciousness. It says a yoke and a collar do bound the neck. See, what yoke? The yoke of the Lord, man. It says, take my yoke, my burden is light. You know? So it says, in a collar do bow the neck. So you dudes, a lot of you dudes, your neck is now bowed, man. You know, you ain't got the collar on you, man. You just a wild animal, man. Doing whatever you want to do. You know, then you start touching on yourself because you're idle, man. You start doing shit the idleness leads to, man. As an idle servant. For idleness teaching much evil. Set him to work as is fit for him. If he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters. Okay? Hey, so the Lord is putting on heavy fetters on you disobedient dudes, man. You know? Idleness teaching much evil. You know? Your ass is idle, and then what happens? You become an evil servant, man. Then you become the beat the man servant. You get obese. You know? You get soft. You don't have no edge to you. You become a sweet boy, man. And that's what happens. You become sweet. You grow your hair out. You wear hats and shit. Okay, this is not goddamn G Unit, man. We're not G Unit like 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 Mr. Maccabees TV, bro and them always with the do rag and the hat, always teaching, man. Him, that's where they got all that shit from. These guys, man. Maccabees TV and the rest of them, they're still stuck in 1990, man. They're still stuck back in them days, where they have an updated, look or whatever, but they're still stuck back then. The Lord said knowledge shall increase, man. They got outdated breakdowns. They used the way as it was of old. Their little tactics. Now they got courses and shit they sell you and do all this other shit. When they're not really out there. What I'm saying, to see this place go down. All right. They're not speaking the end like that. They're not really the ministers of the Lord, which the Lord may have mercy on them or not. That's up to Him. But as it stands, they're not doing the work. They're dishonoring their heads. They're literally and physically, man. Literally and physically, man. Scripture tell you, man, teach this word with his head covered. It says dishonoring his head, man. It'd be like 10 degrees, 5 degrees out here. Today's a nice day. It's like 50, about 45, right? So hey, I mean, this shit right here, I don't really need it, but still keep my ears warm, shit like that. But the head must be uncovered. All right, you're not a woman. A woman cover her head, man, in the presence of the scriptures, in the presence of the congregation, or even when she's outside. In a real society, she have her head covered. She be covered up. She wear some dainty dress or whatever. And yeah, man. And she wouldn't be outside too long, man. She'll be in that house dealing with them kids, man. Pregnant. A woman always supposed to be pregnant, man. All right. She's supposed to be pregnant 24/7. In the kingdom, the woman's gonna be pregnant 24/7, man. It says what? She's gonna be saved for childbearing. But here it is. Matter of fact, it's proof that it says that she would not venture to set her foot on the ground. In the kingdom, they're gonna be carried around by the servants, man. Like Moab and them gonna carry around. That's why I say Isaiah 60, the 60th chapter. I think it say the queen shall be thy nursing father, king thy nursing mother. These little Moabite be carrying our women around, man. So it said Deuteronomy 28:56. It said the tender and delicate woman amongst you, which would not adventure to set the sole her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. See, so our women gonna be so. See, that's how they were supposed to be. They would be delicate and tender. They would back in the ancient world, they wouldn't even adventure to set their foot on the ground, man. All right, they would be in their house. In other words, they wouldn't be out here mincing, making a tinkling. That's Isaiah the 3rd chapter, man. Making a tinkling with their feet, going about establish wickedness on the earth. That's why I say the curse of mother rule our foundation, but the blessing of the father establish the household, man. These women, they're not there to they even have a household, man. They're out there being forced, and leading Jake into destruction, Which ultimately that's why you live in this bubble of society that this flesh, caters to it. And you walk into that shit, and it's a death trap for you, man. Especially these damn demonic women. And most of them are your fucking tribes, That's why they call them black, dark, not physically, but hey, spiritually, ultimately, Because all these women, the tribes too, the light-skinned women, all them, they don't have that tender delicateness of old, because obviously in this world, but like I said, in the kingdom, that's how they're gonna be. They're gonna be delicate, dainty, and they ain't gonna adventure to set their foot on the ground. they're gonna be in that house, and that's also gonna cause a society of righteousness. They're gonna be as it is here, man. When you let them go free, hey, because the woman ultimately she's supposed to be serving you, man. As again, she's part of those idol servants too. She's a fucking tattler and a busybody in the street, man. So hey, when that's cut out, hey, in our kingdom, hey, there goes half of the problem solved, you know. Okay, that's simple. Just so Esau can solve a lot of these problems, but he can't put these bitches back in the cage. Once you let the fucking you let the snake out the, you know, once you let the dog off the leash, the wild hyena off the leash, you can't bring her back. You can't reel her back in. Now, see, look at that. Bitches smoking, you know, doing all kind of madness. Woman's supposed to be doing all that shit, man. You know, but hey, that's the world you live in. That's why it's called hell, man. You know, it's called hell. This is pure hell. This is not a righteous kingdom. Tobit the 13th chapter. If it was the kingdom of heaven, it'd be paved with gold, man. You know, there wouldn't be dirt all over the place, nastiness, filth. The people wouldn't be filthy. You know, we'll be perfect. We wouldn't have to get on nobody. You know, so this further proof that we're not in the new covenant, and further proof that hey, that Jake needs a healing, salvation. Sick. You know, they're sick, man. They have foul spirits on them. You know, reprobate spirits. The Lord has to bring the majority of them through the fire, man. You know. All right, and that fire is going to ultimately cleanse this earth and cleanse our people, because they're the main ones. But also, while He brings that, He's going to bring that deliverance. You know. Because Sirach 33:1, it says, there shall no evil happen to him that fear the Lord. But in temptation, even again, He will deliver him. A wise man hated not the law, but he that's a hypocrite therein is as a ship in a storm. All right. And now the Sakari is a ship in a storm, man. They ain't got no leader. They ain't got nobody up there. And that thing ain't going to go right down, man. That thing ain't going to plummet right down, because them guys didn't believe. They didn't have the full knowledge of the scriptures, man. It says if the leader hearken unto lies, his servants are wicked. You know, if he's wicked, then hey, well, what did that say about that? Which ultimately, hey, some of them may be sincere, and the Lord may have mercy on some of them. You know, but you can't be this simple, man. All right, you can't be this simple. All right, the Proverbs 14th chapter, man. A prudent man look well to his going, man. Okay. Which ultimately, hey, that's not prudent, man. Giving over yourself to this flesh and giving yourself over to hypocrisy and lies. That's why you gotta examine yourself, man. You know, like we all do. You know. But this is the time of examining yourselves, man. You know. The simple inherit folly, man. Proverbs 14 and 15. It's like it. The simple believe every word, but the prudent man look well to his going. A wise man feareth and depart from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. All right, so the fool rageth and is confident. They will become confident. It says, he that is so angry dealeth foolishly, but a man of wicked devices is hated. Wicked sex devices. Wicked devices, man. Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. Nah, just play it. It said the evil bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor is hated even of his neighbor, but the rich have many friends. And he that despises his neighbor sinneth, but he that have mercy on the poor, happy is he. All right? Do not they err from that devise evil, but mercy and truth shall be those that devise good, man. So those are evil devices. Because ultimately the Lord, hey, He brings to light, you know, whether you like it or not, you know. That's why it says, he that dealeth uprightly, that's what the Lord's going to ultimately have mercy on, man. He that deal with an upright heart, man, upright spirit. Lord, man. Okay, Proverbs 16:17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil, and he that keepeth his way preserve his soul. Right? They tell you, a man commit adultery, he sinned against his own soul. You know? He that hate me love death. You know, so that's the way, man. You know, Psalm 7 and 10, like the Mandalorian said, man, that's the way. You know? Hey, well, that's the way, man. This is the way. Man, this is why I don't deal with these damn iPhones, man. This shit's terrible. And there's another thing too. The guy Ariala, the dude who had exposed him, you know, he was like, what did he say? He said, man, the gorilla's an Android user. You know? Jake is petty, man. You know? They say a lot of things up there, man. You know, I was actually listening, and I wasn't just there for entertainment. I want to see, man, where Jake's head is at, which we already know it is. You know, your head is up this devil ass. That's where your head is at. That's why you do all this bullshit. You know, but like, man, the Android users. Android. He's an Android user. Bro said that shit like 6 times. Yeah, Jake is carnal, man. They on a low level, man. You know. All right, they're on a low level. So it's Psalms 7 and 10. My defense is of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart. Judge, O Most High, the righteous. For the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Lord, he saved the upright in heart, man. But the transgression, the Lord gonna punish, man. Like, cause you keep offending, man. You keep offending, man. Okay, 1 Ezra 8 and 24. And it says, and whosoever shall transgress in the law of thy power and of thy king shall be punished diligently, whether it be by death or other punishment, by penalty of money or by imprisonment. Then Ezra the scribe blessed the Holy One, Yahweh my fathers, who put these things into the heart of the king to glorify his house that is in Jerusalem. So he's supposed to glorify the house, man, not bring shame upon it. All right? You played a harlot in your father's house, what happened? The Lord burn you. He said you have profaned my holy name in Ezekiel 36 chapter amongst the heathen, whither thou went. You know, thy feet thou hast opened. Okay. So the virgins are keeping them feet closed to the world, man. Okay. But he that's filthy, let him be filthy still, as the scripture say. Hey. And he that judge, let him be just still. All right. Your job is to continue to do this work, man. You know, and worry about the upright, man. You know. Okay, yeah, Psalms 15, that's the one I want. My bad, I couldn't find it. Couldn't find that one. I'll say Psalms 15 and 1, and it said, Lord, who shall abide in thy holy tabernacle, and who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness, and speak the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, in whose eyes a vile person is contemned. But he honoreth them that fear the Lord, and he that sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor take a reward against the innocent. And he that doeth these things shall never be moved. And see, the Lord's moving all you other dudes out there, man. He's moving your ass out the way, man. You know, all you filthy. Okay? All you unripe fruits, man. Low hanging fruit. Okay? Revelation 22 and verse 10, it says, he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. This is the time. The time is at hand, man. He that's unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let me righteous still. And he that is holy, let me holy still. For behold, I come quickly. And my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. They may enter in to the gates into the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers, pimps, adulterers, nasty dudes, 69 gods, in other words, and murderers and idolaters and whoso love and make a lie. All right. So, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according his work should be. All right. So with that, I'll leave it there. I say, call like Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, by the Devon's top, Pastor Elders, the great millstone, presented to you elect brethren out there. Shalom. And you few sisters, man. Shalom.